Good morning, my student. How are you? I hope all of you are very well. Today we will start the last the last unit in our book, Unit 8. Now, please, my student, open your student book, page 94, Unit 8, reading lesson. Thanks a lot. Royal Garden. The title of our unit is Royal Garden. Now, according to the title, which is Royal Garden, and according to the picture, what do you guess this lesson talk about? Please, my student, you have just 1 minute to think about this question. Stop the video and think about it. Thanks a lot. According to the title and the picture, all of you guess this lesson talk about gardens, talk about gardening, talk about the benefits of gardening, talk about examples of garden around the world, etc. Now, please, my student, check with me the new vocabularies related to the following text. I need from you to write these vocabularies in your notebooks and memorize them by heart. Let's start. Tune, the sound of music. Benefits, advantages. Herb, small dry plant used for seasoning and medical purposes. Practical, workable, and useful. Emerged, appear. Privacy, the condition of being private. Advocated, support. Uncluttered, not having too many objects in it and looking tidy. Now, as I said, please, my student, read these vocabularies very well, write them in your notebooks, and memorize them by heart. This vocabulary will help you to identify the following text. Now, my student, as I said, open your student book, page 49, and read the first part of Royal Gardens. Stop the video. You have 5 minutes to read this part carefully. Stop the video, please. Thanks a lot. After reading the previous text, I need from you to answer this question. Let us explain this question. Number 1. What is the greatest benefit of gardening? What is the advantage of gardening? It means. Number 2. Why does gardening clean the air? This question means why some people use gardening to clean the air, to clean our environment. Number 3. How can you create cleaner air? What do you do to make a cleaner environment? Or what do you do to make a cleaner air? Number 4. Mention 2 purposes that people used garden for in the Middle Age. Why people make a lot of gardens in the Middle Age. Number 5. Why were gardens walled? Why there are a lot of people walled their garden, built a wall around their garden. It means. Number 6. What was the movement of architecture and gardening called? Number 7. What did the modernists reject and advocate? Number 7. Give examples of garden around the world. Number 9. Found out from the text noun, adjective, adverb, preposition, and conjunction. Now, you have just 10 minutes to think about these questions. Think carefully about this question and answer them. Then write these questions in your notebook and write their answers with them. Please stop the video. You have just 15 minutes to do that. Thanks a lot. Now, please, my student, check your answers with me. Let's go to number 1. What is the greatest benefit of gardening? This question means what is the advantages of gardening, or what is the greatest advantage of gardening? The greatest benefit or advantage of gardening is promoting clean air or create a cleaner environment. This is the greatest advantage of making gardens. Number 2. Why was gardening clean the air? Because gardening provides you with a way to clean air around your home and in your garden, as well as to provide the earth with the fresh air. Yes, gardening create fresh air. So gardening clean our environment and clean our air. Number 3. How can you create cleaner air? If you want to create a cleaner air and cleaner environment, what will you do? By having indoor plants, and you can also create cleaner air around you by having a garden, by planting and gardening. Number 4. Mention 2 purposes that people used garden for in the Middle Age. This question means why people you build or make gardens in the Middle Age. People began to grow gardens for pleasure, as well as for medicinal herbs and vegetables. These are the reasons that led people in the Middle Age to make a lot of gardens. Number 5. Why were gardens walled? This question means why a lot of people build wall around their garden. Gardens were walled both to protect them from wild animal and to provide privacy. These are the reason that led people to build walls around their garden. 6th question. What was the movement of architecture and gardening called? The movement of architecture and gardening called modernism. Number 7. What did the modernists reject and advocated? Reject, it means refuse. The modernists reject copying old styles of gardening and advocated starting afresh using modern materials. Number 8. Give example of gardens around the world. This question means give an example of a famous or a common or a popular garden around the world. Examples of garden are Donald in United States of America, Jichangyon in China, and La Majorla in Morocco. Last question. Find out from the text. Noun like gardens, air, environment. Adjective fresh, famous, old, uncountable noun like air, preposition for or in, conjunction and. Now, please, my student, check your answers. If you have any mistake, correct it. Thanks a lot for your listening. Go.